Am I the a-hole for wanting to kick my friend and her baby out of my home? And I refuse to pay for her 50-inch TV that I broke. For context, my friend, we'll call her A, moved in early December. She had a domestic situation and needed a friend. She has no one, so I, being the people pleaser, let her and her 1-year-old come and stay with me. The agreement was she could use my spare room for a short period until she found something else. She agreed. The day she moved in, she brought her 50-inch TV and a lot of her belongings. She put the TV on my shelf in the middle of the room. And this room is kind of small, and I did have some storage stuff like decorations and stuff that just don't have a place. I told her this before she came. My son had a room as well. He does not live with me full time and rarely stays the night. He does come over and spend time with me, but he is the type to want to be in his home and bed in a comfortable place, which sadly for me is his dad's and Mimi's. Anyway, I'm a mail carrier and on the road a lot. She called me and asked me if she could move some things around. I think we need to be a little more specific than that. Just I need some specifics. I thought she meant the things in the room I let her stay in. Sadly, I was wrong. I came home from work and I saw that she moved all my son's things out of his room and into the middle room. Oh, no. I tried to evaluate the situation and not overreact. I thought, well, he really doesn't stay here, so maybe it's okay. Well, my son came over that same day that she did this. Her 50-inch TV that was previously on my rack in the middle room is now on the floor, leaned up against something in my son's now previous room. My son goes in there and looked around, and the TV fell over and the whole screen went black. She accused him to me of breaking her TV that she put in his room. Ooh, this is messy. Also, she keeps passively making comments about how I should offer her something for that. Meanwhile, she's living in your place for free, I'm assuming. Okay. Not to mention, she's been here for 7 weeks. I gave her 6 months. My husband got laid off and I tried to ask her to find something sooner because I'm the only one working and I can't carry the weight of 2 extra. She tried to guilt me into feeling sorry for her and told me no, she wasn't leaving. I told her 6 months and that's what she expects. Okay. I mean, you did tell her 6 months. It was a situation of her own making. She put the TV in a place where, it could have gotten ruined. She moved around your son's things without asking you, and then is now upset that the place that she put her TV that was kind of unsafe for it caused the TV to get ruined. I don't love that she's living in your place for free and then asking you to now pay her back for a TV that was ruined because of a situation of her own making. I'm sorry. I think that also, to be fair, I do kind of think that if the situation was a little bit easier on you, maybe she helped out a lot, didn't make it, didn't cause a fuss, you would be more willing to let her stay for 6 months. But it's kind of hard to tell when you tell someone that and then they move in how that person is going to behave within your space. I think that you probably would have let her stay for the full 6 months if she wasn't being difficult. Today, she asked me if she could take the 20-inch TV I gave her for a temporary replacement with my living room TV, since no one watches it much anyway. Her words. I told her I get up hours earlier than everyone and I enjoy a few hours of alone time and I watch it every day. Her response was,
well, I just figured since your son is the one who broke mine, you would offer something.
Okay. At this point, I'm boiling inside. She rearranged my whole house. She raked my leaves, set up front plants, and decor neatly. Everything except the dishes, which is what I really need done. She's supposed to be going to online school, but claims she's too busy with her 1-year-old and she can't. But she manages to rake leaves, label all my cabinets, sweep, mop, etc. Everything but the dishes, which is the main thing I asked her to do while I was at work. I don't know how to react without getting upset. Okay, so she is doing something. That's good. I will say, I appreciate that she is doing something. I really want her out and go back in our agreement. She's overstepping boundaries, overreacting when I try to set boundaries. I need a way to calmly tell her to get out. Thanks in advance. Sorry if there are some missing details. Ask and I'll elaborate. I think it would be good for you to maybe figure out an alternative for her. I think this has the makings of she's never gonna leave. I'm just saying. But her kid is innocent in all of this. I understand it's becoming a lot for you, but you did tell her that she could stay there for 6 months. She is overstepping boundaries, but she's not like, based on what you said, she doesn't seem to be like making a massive mess. Like she is doing stuff. Maybe is there a way for you to sort of find another situation for her and like let her know kindly that this is becoming too much for you? Yeah, I mean, you know, hindsight is 2020. Again, you wanted to help a friend in need. She also has like an innocent baby that she has to take care of. But at the same time, it's like, I think you grossly underestimated what it would be like to live with another woman and her baby. Let's see what everybody else has to say. You need to be direct. I would sit her down and have a conversation with her, explaining that this is no longer a good fit, as you're feeling disrespected in your home and it's causing undue stress to you and your husband. Tell her you can't afford the extra 2 mouths to feed and that it is no longer suitable or fair to anyone. I would also nip the passive-aggressive comments about the TV in the bud immediately. She had absolutely no right to take over your son's room, rearrange everything, and then ask for the better television in the house. If she refuses to leave, let her know that while it would hurt you, you will get the police involved. You and your husband are priority number one. Your space is your space and your rules are to be followed. You need to take care of your family and your peace of mind. Unfortunately, this means your friend has to go. If you're feeling generous, you can let her know that you will spend 1 day helping her look for other arrangements. You also need to give her an exact date to be out by 1 week, 2 weeks, etc. So yeah, like you do have to have a difficult conversation. I do agree with this person. You know, it was probably something that you didn't realize what you were getting yourself into. You did tell her 6 months, but like, I find it odd that you did this incredible kindness for her and she kind of like, you gave her an inch and she took a mile, so to speak. At the same time, she is a single mother with no job that has a baby, which is not an easy position to be in. So I do like the part about you helping her look for other arrangements. I think that might be the easiest way out. She's still not going to like it because at the end of the day, you're telling her to move out. I think in this regard, it's not even really for her peace of mind, but your peace of mind to say that you did everything you could to help. Because I would feel guilty about this as well. Yeah. So OP responded, I tried being direct and we ended up in a screaming match. I thought things were going to get physical. Ooh. I clearly see I'm being taken advantage of and want her gone. She's trying her best to guilt trip me. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure that works. Like, I feel guilty being in a situation where I need to tell you what to do when there's like a kid involved. It's not the kid's fault. But I mean, what would she have done if you weren't in the equation, you know? Give her written notice, certified mail if need be. First tape it to her bedroom door. Tell her you will evict her if she doesn't leave. I'm sure she'd rather not have an eviction on her record. Refuse to discuss it beyond that. Do not listen to anything she says. It's all manipulation. If she dares scream at you again, call the cops and report her for threatening you. Screaming is threatening behavior. Meanwhile, put all the stuff she put in your son's room back in the room she's currently in until you get her out, hopefully stat, and put a lock on your son's bedroom door. Hubby and I learned this the hard way. Don't let people stay with you. Yeah. It's also really bad to let people stay with you who literally have no job prospects whatsoever, who do not have an income, do not have any savings. Like let's say if you're looking at this from like a landlord's point of view. Like someone comes to you and they're, you know, in a really shitty position and like, you know, they have a kid, they don't have a job, they don't have any money. Like, are you going to let that person stay with you? No, like you're not. And like, obviously it's like, it's sad. It's a shitty position to be in. Everybody would love to be able to help everyone. But at the end of the day, like you're the one that's going to have to pay for her. So yeah, I mean, I think just letting her stay there, knowing that she had like no prospects of a job, no desire to go to school, no desire to like get herself out of this situation. I think that we should all strive to be helpful with regards to friends in situations, but friends also need to learn to help themselves. OP said that she was going to have a hard conversation with her after work, saying she'd update. Let's see. Okay, update from OP. She apologized and gave me $500 and bought some stuff for the house and told me I don't have to evict her. She's actively looking for a place and that she still loves me and considers me a friend. I didn't speak a lot. I just told her I was sorry for putting hands on her. I still feel I should go to the courthouse and start the eviction process in case she is gaslighting to stay longer. I'm very cautious now because she took things so far. We've both been keeping distance, staying on opposite ends of the house. I still feel tension, but I've been working and staying in my room. She hasn't cleaned a single thing since everything happened. I don't think she will be helping at all now, which is fine if that means she's leaving sooner. Thank you for all the advice and validation. It meant a lot. People are trying to point out, oh, she's giving you money to establish she pays rent, which makes it harder to get her out. Yeah, I honestly, I would agree with all of that. If I was in a situation where like I was staying with a friend and they like yelled at me because like I was making it, I was like messy or something, you can best believe that I would be on my best behavior after that. So it could be a tactic change. I would still try and find places for her, still tell her that she has, a time limit and be done with it. So are you the a-hole for wanting to kick your friend and her baby out of my home and refuse to pay for a 50-inch TV that broke? I also wanted to point out that you said that you put hands. Don't love that. Like you said that it kind of like almost got physical and stuff. I don't love that. Like I know these situations are very stressful, but like let's keep our hands to ourselves, okay?